Hey family, welcome to Nigeriancuisine. It is yours truly, Alori Niger. So on today's menu we have Eforiro. I am at the grocery store right now and I'm about to buy all the ingredients that I need to make this delicious soup. I really hope you enjoy this recipe. Please like, share, and subscribe. Okay, see you later. Bye. Okay, first things first, we're gonna wash our meat. This is smoked turkey with beef. And to wash it, I usually use distilled white vinegar. So when I wash that, make sure you wash it really good to clean off all the impurities. This is whole dry shrimp. I already cut off the head and part of the tail off camera. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pour hot boiling water inside of it and let it soak for a good 30 minutes just so it can get really soft. You need it to be soft. You do not want this to be hard. Okay, so now to cook the meat, I added the clean meat inside of a pot and I chopped up some onions in there. And these are all my seasonings. I will list the seasonings on the screen. So what you're gonna do is just stir it up. All right, so I already stirred up the seasonings inside of the meat. So I'm gonna cover this up and let it cook for a good 15-20 minutes. And after that, I'm gonna add some water and let it cook for another 20-30 minutes more. All right, so for the stew mixture, I am using bell peppers, habaneros, ginger, and onions. So I am just washing this with vinegar water and I'm gonna rinse it off and then I'm gonna chop it up in fine pieces. Okay, so this is the spinach used for the Eforiro. You can either use fresh spinach or frozen spinach, but for this particular soup, I'm gonna use fresh spinach. So I'm just letting it soak in some vinegar water and then I'm gonna rinse it and then I'm gonna chop it up. So usually a grinder is used for these soups, but because I don't have a grinder, I'll have to improvise. I'm gonna use my blender. I'm just not gonna blend it until it's pureed. I'm gonna blend it until it's maybe just a little bit finely chopped to chunky. You'll see what I mean. So this is what I'm talking about. See how it's not fully pureed? This is the consistency that you would want your stew mix to be. So after blending the stew mix, I'm now frying my oil. This is palm oil mixed with olive oil. You don't have to mix it with olive oil. I just chose it because I felt like I didn't want to use that much palm oil. So now I'm just adding in some chopped onions, adding in my iru, also known as locust beans. I'm gonna put my shrimp that I was letting soak in hot water in here. I'm gonna throw it in there. Give it a mix. So now after letting everything fry for a good 5 minutes, I'm adding in my stew mix. And also off camera, I added in some grounded crayfish, and that is optional, but it just makes the soup taste better. All right, so this right here is the stock water from the meat that I cooked earlier. So I'm just gonna pour that in there. Just adding my seasonings. I will also list that up on the screen. Okay, so the stew has been cooking now for a good 25 minutes. I'm gonna now add the meat. I want my meat to be really soft and soak up all of the flavor. All right, so the stew has been cooking and now I am adding in the chopped spinach. So I'm gonna cover this for a good 2 minutes and then I'm gonna come back and stir it. Eforiro is finally done. Finished product. Looks amazing.